It's been quite a while since I've done one of these videos in my bedroom, and I was getting ready to go to bed tonight, and I figured I really need to do this video. And so I'm just going to do it so that I can say that it's done. This video is supposed to be the video where I talk about the ritual that I'm going to do in order to kind of commemorate each decade of weight loss. And so I started this when I was in the 230s so that I could say goodbye to the 240s. And so that was way in February that I actually did this, and that's how long it has taken me to get this video out. So what I decided to do for the ritual was on the Friday of the week that I meet the milestone. So for example, when I said goodbye to the 240s, I waited until I was 235. And so during the week that I was 235, on the Friday, I had a bubble bath. And the purpose of the bubble bath was so that I could relax and then reflect back on my journey so far and how I got to the point where I am, and to reflect on my NSVs and just make sure that if I do this for every single decade, that I don't take any of this hard work that I'm doing for granted. So the plan was I would do that on Friday, and then on Saturday, when I wake up the next morning, all those things would be fresh in my head, and I also would write notes down in a notebook. And on Saturday morning, I would write in my journal, because I am keeping a journal of my journey. So that is what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and put a clip in here right now of my bathtub right here. So I'm getting my little bath ritual ready, which I will explain later. So I have candles burning. I have a glass there of lemonade vitamin water. My bath didn't bubble up as much as I wanted it to. I am using this lavender mineral bath, and so right now my whole bathroom smells like lavender, and this has essential oils in it, which I need for my dry skin. But just in case, I also put a little bit of mineral oil, and not mineral oil, baby oil in the bathtub. And in just a few minutes, I will explain to you what I am doing here. Bye. Okay, so hopefully that worked. Okay, so like I said, I did that on February 10th. And the reason it's taken me so long to do this video is because I thought that the whole experience was going to be celebratory. So I was thinking that I was going to just be thinking all these happy thoughts of all the weight that I had lost and all the progress that I had made, and that was kind of the purpose of it. But what happened was, as I was in the bathtub, and I think part of the reason is because I was playing, it was the music that I was playing, because music really does affect your moods. But as I was sitting there and I was trying to drum up some excitement for what the scale said and where I was, or what size I was, or something, I realized that on the one hand, of course, I'm happy that I'm losing weight. I want my weight to go down. I want the clothes sizes to go down. But on the other hand, I realized that I actually didn't care. And let me see if I can figure out how to explain that. I realized that I wasn't all that excited about it. It was like, whatever, I've lost weight before, and so I wasn't all that excited about it. And then when I really thought about it, I realized that the truth is that I'm still mad at myself for regaining this weight in the first place. And so then I was a little surprised by that thought, because I thought, really? Because this is the thing, I've been way over 200 pounds since I was 20 years old. Or 21, I don't know exactly, but at least by my 21st birthday, I was. And ever since then, or even before then, actually, even in high school, I was on diets, in elementary school, but whatever, I'm really going to include my adult life. So, for the past 25 years, at least, I have been on one diet after another, trying to lose weight. Basically, I've been doing the same types of things over and over again, because I only tried so many diets before I realized that what works for me is low carb. So in the beginning, I tried, eating, lots of fruits and vegetables and eating low fat, high carb, and which didn't work for me at all. And so, I quickly realized that whatever type of diet that I do, it has to be based on low carb. And so that's what I've really done over and over and over again, different types of low carb diets for all these years, and then I would regain my weight. And I never really regained much more weight. I've pretty much been around the same weight for the past 25 years. So the thing is that the very last time that I tried to lose weight, I started in 2012. Before I lost the weight that time, I sat down and I evaluated all the previous weight loss attempts and why had I regained weight? Why did they fail? What can I make sure that I do this time so that I don't fail? I took about a year to really carefully figure out what I was going to do, and also try to figure out how I could avoid all the pitfalls of the past. And I think by doing that, I kind of wiped the slate clean. I kind of forgave myself for all the other stuff that I had done in the past. And so all those other years, they didn't matter at all. And it's true, even now, I don't really blame myself that much for all of those past failures. But this last failure, I just cannot get over it at all, because I really thought that I had done everything right, and I still regained the weight. It was due to an injury and being depressed over that injury, because I had decided that one of the number one things that I hadn't done before was to make exercise a daily, being active a daily part of my life, and then making exercise and 5Ks and lots of walking, that was going to be a daily part of my life. And I did it. And so I thought that, at the very least, even if I start eating poorly, as long as I'm exercising and I'm moving, there's no way I can regain all of my weight. But then I never counted on getting injured, of course. And then that just derailed everything. I mean, at first I was just waiting for the injury to pass. And it never did, because to this day, that was, it's been over 3 years now. And so I didn't know what to do, and my mind kind of flipped out. And so I was eating everything, and I knew I was gaining weight because I still consistently weighed myself, because I had made a promise to myself many years ago that no matter what, I was always going to weigh myself on a consistent basis. And so even though I was gaining weight, and I knew that I was gaining weight, Anyway, I knew that I was gaining weight because I was watching it on the scale. Whatever. So anyway, the lowest weight that I got down to in 2013 was 193 pounds. And I guess I feel like I haven't really accomplished anything, or that I can't really forgive myself until I get back down below 200 pounds. And so all these things that I'm doing right now, the weight that I'm losing, it's like, yes, on the one hand, I'm happy. I'm glad that the scale is going down and I feel better and I have these NSVs, but then there's another part of me that's just like, I don't care. I don't care until I get below 200 pounds. I can't really make myself really truly care because I feel like I can't redeem myself until I get down below 200 pounds. And so then, while I was in the bathtub, it really turned into this big crying fest because I was really upset and disappointed with myself that I knew that I should be able to forgive myself, that I should be able to let go of failing yet again. And I was so upset that I actually couldn't. I'm like, this is stupid. You're doing such a good job right now, which I am aware that I'm doing a good job right now, and I'm happy that I'm doing a good job and that the scale is going down. But then there's that other part of me that's just like, nope, don't care until I get down below 200 pounds. I mean, fortunately, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to that. I wish that I could forgive myself now, but, I guess that's part of the fact that we're not perfect. If I was a perfect person, I would be able to forgive myself because I know that I should forgive myself, but I can't do it. And, I feel like this is redemption now. As I'm losing this weight, I just feel like I'm redeeming myself. And once I get below 200 pounds, then I'll be redeemed. And I don't know what happens then. I mean, of course, I'm trying to find my way to my goal weight, which I don't even know what it is. I mean, I made up a weight, but my surgeon hasn't discussed a weight with me. And truthfully, I've never fantasized about being in a certain size. I mean, I've been overweight my entire life. So, and certainly for my adult life. And so I have no fantasies. Like, there's nothing in me that says, oh, I want to be a size 10, or I want to be a size 8, or I want to be a size 6. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I want to be below 200 pounds. That's what I care about. And then, I'll figure out what my goal weight when I get there. As I lose weight, I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I look. And, I'll stop when I feel really good and I feel like I look good. I'm 5'3", and so right now it's like I'm thinking of my goal weight as being, between 150 and 160. It's probably too high. I mean, I'll still be in the overweight category, but I don't care. I think also at my age, 45, I don't think it is as important for me to be in the normal weight category. And maybe this will change over time. I don't know. But yeah, my bathtub ritual was a bust. It didn't exactly work. And now it's time for me to do another one in order to say goodbye to the 230s. So we'll see what happens that time. I will come back to you guys and talk to you about that one. And also another thing that I need to come and talk to you about is, as I was sitting there in the bathtub and thinking about the fact that I hadn't forgiven myself, I was also trying to figure out what is the thing that caused me to fail the last time. I mean, besides being injured, I realized that the one other thing that I never ever really worked on was my mind, my thoughts. And so all this time I kept trying to change all of these different things, but I realized that I already know exactly what I'm supposed to eat, and I already know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, all the stuff that I'm doing now, even though I've had surgery, this is absolutely no different than what I've done all the other times that I was successful. I mean, I worked out, I ate small portions, I cooked my food, I tracked my food, I weighed my food. I have done all of this countless times before, so all of this is familiar territory. So I feel like I need to be doing something else that is completely different than what I've ever done before. And that's where I'm working on my mind and meditation and mindfulness and gratitude. And I'm also working on maintenance. I'm going to talk more about that in my next video, the next one of these videos that I do, because I'm still trying to figure out how to define it. I'm not sure yet what I mean by that, but I know that that's what I need to do. That instead of treating this like another diet, I want to treat this like this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. Instead of waiting until I get to my goal weight to call maintenance, I'm calling maintenance right now. Maintenance. I'm in maintenance. That is what I am. This is not a diet. The way that I'm eating is the way that I will be eating for the rest of my life. And so, like I said, I'm going to talk more about that in my next video because I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means to me. But I know that it feels good and it feels right in my head. Maintenance. That is what I'm focused on. Good night, guys.